What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about some exciting new reports from Modern Warfare 3, early details that you probably missed, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new content going up over on detonated.com, expanding on all the coverage you're seeing here on the channel, just in the form of articles on the website and plenty of tweets over on Detonated's Twitter. With that being said, my previous video that I posted last night did go over the Season 6 download, which just got found inside of the PlayStation database. We also got a first look at our Battle Pass skins for our 6th and final season, plus even more that I went over in that video. That is of course linked down below. But with that, while there was a bunch of craziness going on with MWIII Zombies marketing, official beta artwork did get released for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. I think if this didn't get released when it did, then you would have ended up seeing this artwork leak out just like the Season 6 artwork, because PlayStation Size would have ended up finding the beta update or beta download in the database at some point, I think after next week. I'm assuming that the beta download will probably pop up in the database the week of COD Next, probably on that Monday or Tuesday before the beta begins that Friday on October the 6th. The beta artwork does look pretty cool though. We got a nice glimpse there of Price and Ghost. Obviously a full res version of this artwork will end up being released closer to the beta. Right now this is just the boxed icon that we'll be seeing on our consoles and PC when the beta does roll around. But with that, Cold War did also get a new update added into the PlayStation database a couple of days ago. We now know exactly what that was for. So now instead of seeing advertising for Modern Warfare 2 at the main menu for Cold War, you now get advertising to actually boot up the brand new Call of Duty HQ application straight from Cold War. So obviously legacy titles, which you can see at the COD HQ menu, like Modern Warfare 19, Cold War Vanguard, those are obviously separate from the Warzone 1 era, and every game moving forward, beginning with Modern Warfare 2, will be inside of the COD HQ client. You can now boot that new client from an older game like Cold War, which is awesome. It's unclear if they'll ever actually tweak this for Modern Warfare 19 or Vanguard, but at least for Cold War, they've done it, and hopefully Cold War gets further security updates, since I am hearing reports that there are still some weird hackers and people ripping IPs through Cold War's multiplayer. Cold War is a great game and is honestly one of the last of its kind, right? One of the last arcade type of CODs that we'll probably get for a while. Modern Warfare 3 is a return to form when it comes to multiplayer, but in terms of a game that's not on the Modern Warfare engine, that's interconnected with Warzone, Cold War likely is the last game that we'll see like that for quite a while. Now there's new reports coming in from Alberto, who actually attended the World Series of Warzone and was dropping leaks live from the venue. He ended up getting kicked out from the venue from my understanding, which is absolutely wild. But with that, he went ahead and tweeted that the build we're going to be seeing at COD Next for Modern Warfare 3 is, as of right now, around 10-11 days old. So it'll be a relatively new build when we get to COD Next. It's still unclear how much content will be playable at COD Next, and is that the same build that we'll end up seeing released publicly as the MP beta for that first weekend on PlayStation? Lots of questions with exactly how that is going to work, but obviously there's still plenty of time for the devs at Sledgehammer to go ahead and tweak certain things about Modern Warfare 3, and this also applies to Treyarch for Zombies. They'll be receiving a lot of feedback over at COD Next, and then they have plenty of time to go ahead and incorporate all that by the time the game launches on November the 10th. It's only about a month gap from COD Next to launch, but there's still a decent amount of time to incorporate some minor things, and anything that's major can of course be incorporated by Season 1 at the very beginning of December, which I believe is going to be December the 5th. Now Alberto then followed up by saying that upon the integration of Modern Warfare 3 with Warzone in Season 1, snipers will reportedly be made similar to how they were inside of Warzone 1. So in terms of what exactly that means, I'm assuming the fluidity of how you can operate and move around with snipers, one-shots to the head, which I believe is already kind of a thing with Warzone 2, even though it's a bit inconsistent at times. Snipers have been improved quite a bit over the last couple of months, but if you want that exact Warzone 1 sniper type gameplay, and exactly people used to play during even matches of Rebirth a couple of months ago, then we're apparently going to be seeing that here with the MWIII Warzone integration. And that's the thing, right? As I'll talk about in a future video, I still am wondering, right, what else will Warzone receive during the MWIII lifecycle, right? Because it seems like with MW2's lifecycle, Warzone 2 was being brought up to speed with all the quality of life improvements that were added to Warzone 1 over the course of 3 years of Warzone 1's lifecycle. And just now did we get to a point where we essentially have just about everything that got put into Warzone 1 by the end of Vanguard's lifecycle. So I'm curious what they'll focus on now moving forward once the MW3 integration happens, how much new content will be added to the experience to make it stand out even more than it already does in comparison to other battle royales out there. Now Modern Warfare 3 just received an official M rating, as we all expected, right? But more information about the game was provided in the official rating, which you guys probably missed. And first off, it mentions weed and marijuana type finishing moves, so that's obviously to be expected because there's already weed and marijuana finishing moves in inside of Modern Warfare 2, which are all carrying forward into MW3 if that's in your inventory. So that's what that's referring to. But then it does mention being able to do finishing moves on zombies and enemies. Now, this could have been misinterpreted. I think it just refers to the fact that, yes, you will be killing zombies in a zombies mode. Then in the same sentence, they mentioned being able to perform finishers on enemies. That could just be referring to being able to perform finishers on AI humans that you see inside of zombies, or the AI that's in multiplayer if you're playing Ground War Invasion. But of course, being able to do finishers on enemies, which also is referring to real enemy operators that are playing the game. That could be what that means, unless you could somehow do finishing moves on actual zombies inside of the zombie mode. That would be absolutely insane. But again, that might have been misinterpreted based on this game rating, but let me know your thoughts down below. It also mentions a little bit more on No Russian, which is obviously going to be a part of this new Modern Warfare 3 campaign, based on the post-credit scene of Modern Warfare 2 story, based on the trailers we got so far for MW3. It looks like the game might open up with the No Russian hijacking of a plane. I'm not sure if you get to actually play in that mission, or are you just watching some cinematic where the hijackers take control of it, crash it into who knows where. This game rating also mentions some type of attack on a stadium, which we also got a glimpse of in the Makarov reveal trailer. So it's unclear if the plane hijacking and the stadium takeover are both connected. Is that all in the same mission, or are those two separate type of terrorist attacks that we see in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign? Something to think about as of right now, which I'm sure you guys out there could probably talk more about down below in the comments. But also something that I mentioned in a previous Zombies video, which you guys might have missed if Zombies really isn't your cup of tea. We got our official first look at the MW3 Warzone map thanks to some Zombies marketing, right? We can now confirm that earlier rumors about Los Alamos being repurposed, or the layout of Los Alamos being repurposed in the Urzikstan, those rumors are true, since you can actually put together a piece of intel that was released for MW3 Zombies, and you can tie that into the Los Alamos map that already exists via the MW2 campaign. It's obviously been recreated, but you can tell that, yeah, Urzikstan, as they're going to call it inside of MW3 and Warzone, is essentially what Los Alamos was going to be. It's unclear why Los Alamos as a BR map didn't end up dropping. The points of interest for that map did leak out quite some time ago, so it's unclear how plans changed or why, but we're still getting that same layout just repurposed, and I guess that's fine. If a lot of work went into Los Alamos as a BR map already, they're like, hey, we could save some time, just repurpose it, give it a fresh coat of paint, call it Urzikstan, drop that as the Warzone map in Season 1. It's going to be pretty big in scale, and then that'll also be your zombified experience for MW3 Zombies. That's exactly what's going on as of right now, and it's unclear how many other BR or Resurgence maps are going to be released throughout the MW3 Warzone life cycle. Now, I want to end this video off with an interesting report that still does connect to Modern Warfare 3 a little bit. If you guys are wondering, right, will we ever see any more creator bundles added into the game? I think for Modern Warfare 2, it's definitely a no, but MW3, you never know. We could still see creator bundles in the future. Obviously, there was a bundle planned for FaZe Swag and even the French monster, aka Gotega. I believe it's Gotaga or Gotega, one of those two. So there were bundles actually planned out for those two creators, and I know Swag made it clear that apparently Activision contacted him after the controversy with Nick Merckx, Tim the Tapman, that they were going in a different direction and wouldn't be continuing with the bundle that they had planned for Swag. Apparently the Gotega bundle has been repurposed in the form of this Crimson pack that came out a couple of days ago. The difference is, obviously, you don't have the Gotega branding on the blueprints or in the bundle, and the paintball tracers that were originally a part of the Gotega bundle are also no longer present. So they've repurposed that pack for those out there that did think the original leak for his Crater pack looked cool. But I do wonder, right, will Modern Warfare 3 bring the idea of these bundles back? Will they bring in bundle gifting, Crater codes? It's probably unlikely, since they clearly went a different direction this past year with how the bundle shop works. But let me know how you feel about that down below. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new reports that we got here for Modern Warfare 3? How are you feeling about the beta artwork, the Cold War pass ended up releasing, and everything else we discussed? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.